Hi, in the upcoming minutes of this lecture, I'll teach you how to efficiently align text layers on your canvas. Apparently this doesn't seem to be a big deal, yet you'll soon find out the process is a bit more complicated than you might expect. Let's start out with some rectangles. I have 3 on my canvas and I want to evenly space them out. This isn't a big deal. You get the Move tool, you select all 3, and then you focus on the Options bar. Here we'll find all our alignment tools. I can press Distribute Horizontal Centers, which is this middle one here, and immediately they'll rearrange. I can check the accuracy of this repositioning by selecting the middle rectangle and holding down the Control key. This shows me the distance between them for the left and for the right side. You can see they're identical, which is what you'd expect. Let me hide the green one and I'll do this. I'll drag this red one near to the bottom of my canvas. Now, I want this blue one to be aligned with it. Again, we know how these alignment tools work. We need to select both of them and we'll click on Align Bottom Edges. Easy, and more importantly, it's predictable. Now let's do the same thing with some text layers. Here are 3 individual ones, but you can clearly see they don't have the same distance between them. Let me Control-click the middle one so we can see the initial distance. Okay, it's clear the one on the right is further away. Now let's distribute them with the same command from the Options bar. Well, this doesn't look right. It's actually worse. I don't even need to hold the Control key to measure it out. It's clear this isn't correct. No matter, let's repeat the second test. I'll drag this last text layer near the bottom of the canvas. Now I'll select another one with Control and Shift, so nothing special. I'll click on Align Bottom Edges, and let's see what happens. Apparently, this doesn't make any sense. You can clearly see how this second layer went further down than it was supposed to. This can be explained by checking out this Client Testimonials layer with the Type tool. If we click it, we can see it's being constrained by a box that's much larger. That's why Photoshop placed this other layer further down than it was supposed to. Actually, with this paragraph text expanded, we can see it actually did a great job. So when you're dealing with text layers and you want to align their bottom edges, make sure they're converted to point text. Let's do that now. Right-click it in the Layers panel and hit Convert to Point Text. Now, if we repeat the process, you can see they're placed correctly. So this would fix the issue, right? Just make sure it's point text and not paragraph text. Unfortunately, that's not the case. If I replace this word with place, you'll be in for another surprise. Let me click on Align Bottom Edges once again. As you can see, Client Testimonials is moved further down, and that's because the P from place is taken into consideration. If we drag a guide from the top, we'll see Photoshop did a good job in its view. Remember, the program is looking at pixels. It doesn't see things as you see them. To sum up my point, you can't precisely position text layers through the alignment tools from the Options bar. Here's what I suggest instead. It's simple, yet effective. Instead of having these menu items placed on individual layers, delete them and place them on one single text layer. Give me a moment while I add them back in. Once you're done, go between the first 2 items and hit the spacebar several times. Once you're happy with that gap, copy it with Ctrl-C. Now paste it in between all the other menu items. In this case, there's only one other spot, but if you have 6, 7, 10 menu items, this will surely be a lifesaver. It's a bit crude, but it gets the job done on the horizontal axis. Vertically, you don't have lots of options. You can convert your layers to point text, but my advice is you position them with the help of your smart guides. I'll enable one more text layer and I'll reposition it vertically so it matches this other one. Nudge it back and forth with your mouse, and these pink layers, meaning your smart guides, will show up to help you out. This is what you're looking for. So that's how you align your text layers precisely. You place them on a single layer instead of separate ones, and you paste your empty space between each item. If you want to align some text layers vertically, do it manually with your mouse and with the help of your smart guides.